Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby, we're in. Yo, what's up? It's Brad.
What's up? It's Bryson. Are you 14 and on TikTok? I hope your pussy's wet. I'm 21. Haha, welcome to
Hot Guy TikTok.
Welcome to Hot Sway House. I hope your pussies are out. We're gay boys. We're here with our gayest boy, Tim.
That's Tim with a U.
Kind of like cum.
That is the face. You're always on the edge of coming. You're just like...
You got to smile, though. TikTokers have this killer smile.
They do. It's like
they
when they used to
dance and they like stick their tongue out and smile.
It's like they used to put Vaseline on cheerleaders' teeth.
What?
Yeah, they probably put some Vaseline on their teeth, so they're like...
Yeah, dude, that I somehow fell into a dark hole of hot teen-year-old boy.
Were you on R Goomed?
No, I was on. I don't know. It was trending or something on Twitter where that one kid had a party in L.A., like a mansion party of just unimaginable. It was gold, dude. If I get in one of these,
You have to get
I would be like Ted Bundy.
What are you going to do?
Into like a sorority house, dude. If I get in one of these TikTok kids' houses,
You're going to kill?
room to room, taking them.
You're going to kill him.
I'm going to have my way with them and probably execute these boys. First chance I get.
Some of them are good kickboxers, dude.
Dude, that was making me laugh so hard when I found out that they would definitely just tune us up.
I mean,
like if you and me were like, yeah, you guys are fucking gay, just get the shit beat out of us.
You have to be. If you're that hot,
Yeah.
you have to fight off, people who might come into your mansion.
That was the guy. And once I looked it up, I remembered who it was. They were boys with that one boxer that's an absolute Adonis.
Yeah.
You know that kid?
Which one?
I think it's Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
I think that's his name.
Yeah, but that was his boy that was like, so they all have a slightly less hot sidekick.
Nobody's hotter than Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia is the hottest, but that guy was Ryan Garcia's slightly less hot sidekick.
Yes.
And then that guy's slightly less hot sidekick
is getting hotter, dude.
Looks like my math teacher, Mr. Horn. His slightly less hot sidekick is like a short Italian dude with a bowl cut.
He's an apprentice hot guy.
He went too not hot. It throws girls do this. On all of girls' dating profile pictures with their friends, they have all girls have like a fake relationship with a girl who's like not as hot as them, so they can take pictures of them.
Homely, a homely sidekick.
They took note from girls and like, oh, I need a slightly less hot sidekick, so my TikTok pops.
Jesus,
because it's too disorganized. If you have guys who are like all the exact same hotness, unless they're all twin
no, they
brothers,
do. The one does, dude.
Who is it? Which one's that?
One of them has it. One of the main guy.
One of the main hot guy houses.
Taylor's sidekick is also jacked. Tanner. He's more tan. Equally hot.
And his name's Tanner.
I think Tanner might surpass Taylor with an E. Taylor with an E.
Taylor.
That's a battle, dude.
Which one's
and
Tanner?
I think they all spawned from Logan Paul.
Are you talking about Tanner?
Probably. This all started from Logan Paul filming a Japanese dude that killed himself. And it's spawned the whole way. There's a curse in that suicide forest in Japan.
What?
It's like, you only have a gay friends. And now there's just an army of the sexiest boys in one house dancing.
Fuck. Dude, yeah, that's definitely... I mean, honestly, in terms of like finding your son in a hot guy house, that's tough stuff, dude. You gotta keep your son and daughter off the pole.
Yeah,
off the top, dude.
You have to.
You gotta keep your son and daughter off the top.
Dude, if my dad if your dad catches you dancing,
yeah, he dragged me out of that house by my feet, dude. He would he would seriously my dad would take issue with that.
You had a cool earring
for 6 hours.
You could have been a TikToker.
Went to piercing. I was trying to. I had a girlfriend at the time in high school who was like, "No, it'd be so cool. Trust me." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, definitely." I went home. My dad said he was going to pull it out of my ear, so I was like, "Oh, I got to take this out."
Yeah, I've met your dad. That would definitely be something. He'd be like, "What? What is this?"
He's like, "Oh, come here. I'll pull that thing out of your ear." And I was like, "All right, I'm taking it out." Threw it out.
You ever have any?
Dad won't let me be a hot guy TikToker.
He called me gay. He hit me with the kryptonite, and I was like, "No, I'm not."
Fucking dopers.
Dude, what are they doing? What are you guys trying to figure out?
They're chatting. They're looking up hot guys.
Dude,
the whole room's been in. Dude, once you feast your eyes on these hot boys, it plagues the group. It's all I can think about.
That's how they get.
That's how the virus passes on.
Oh, exactly. Started in the forest. You're like, wait, there's not going to be any pussy left for us. And then you're like, we have to form a hot guy group.
We have to start wearing sweatpants.
And then the Chinese Communist Party wins. That's how they're winning.
That's why, thank God, Trump's trying to shut this shit down.
Oh, he has to.
He probably saw a couple of those videos and was like, no.
The military is probably depleting. Everyone's probably deserting. And it's like, no, we should just be hot guys. Let's get out of here.
I'm done with these hot kids.
I think the algorithm found you. I think you hit just like the lowest level of success that like the pedophile algorithm's like, we can get him. We'll pull him.
True. It worked, dude.
You're on the Spacey.
I understand.
You start pressuring dudes in pools.
True. Free Spacey. If this was the temptation Spacey was hit with. I wonder, dude.
Spacey did nothing wrong.
If you've nobody ever found, like, wasn't he getting like a massage, or was that Travolta?
Travolta got a massage.
Spacey was just getting it.
He grabbed a dick at a nightclub. Someone brought a 16-year-old boy into a nightclub, and I think Spacey grabbed his dick. He got Terry Crews at a nightclub.
Dude, think of a 16-year-old like all like excited to be like, this is gonna be fucking cool, man. I'm going to a nightclub for the first time. Like, Kevin Spacey comes out of nowhere. And grabs your dick.
Spacey.
Like, you have like 1 second to be like, is that Kevin Spacey? Oh, you got me.
He just rings your bell. He's just like, ding, pulls your dong down. Yeah, if you go to a Hollywood party, it's nothing. I mean, I've never been to one, but the reason I try to avoid it is because I would have to wear a cup. Otherwise, it would be like Spacey, Seacrest would probably finger my butt.
If they saw you trotting around,
dude,
that thick ass.
After I just ran 2.8 miles. That's what I'm training for.
You ran 2.8
today. Yeah, 2.88, basically 3.
God, it was like 1.5 like last
I've
week.
been going hard,
You're
dude.
a robot.
I'm trying to get in there.
You're training to become a hot boy. You're trying to join the Sway House.
I want to get my dick grabbed by an elite. Be like, yes. It's the new autograph. You're like, can you grab my dick? And he's
Can
like,
you
sure.
assault me sexually? Thanks, Don Lemon.
He tells everyone the cup is for protection, but the inside has like prisoner claw marks. He's trying to get out.
Yeah, dude, you can definitely get snatched. You got to be careful, dude. You're going to get your dick grabbed.
People don't understand what we're talking about. Y'all don't understand.
Yeah, they do. They're
If you look at
Noah was all over it.
Noah's
Noah,
young.
were you a
Noah's
hot
their
guy?
age.
Were you a hot guy? No. Be honest. You're young. You're hip.
No.
Have you ever taken a hot guy video?
No, I don't have any social media because it's for faggots.
Oh no! Jesus Christ!
Whoa, this is a,
Come on, man.
come on, you're fired.
You're definitely fired. No, you just got a raise. You get extra slices of pizza for that.
So is that what the youth are all about? That like social media is just completely stupid?
No, like they're like into it. I don't know. I just think it's gay, so I don't do it.
Man, I hate those fucking kids so much.
Really?
Yeah, it bothers me.
See, that's the thing. I've been on a really kind of non-judgmental, non-evaluative kick, but I see that and I'm like, that's not good. It's not a good thing. What those boys are doing, I'm like, it's not good. It's not good for anyone. Your young men can't be being hot girls.
They're just chicks.
No democracy can flourish with that. I mean, it's happened
Although
before.
I do believe that's how democracies like started.
No, I think that's the peak of a democracy when all the boys are like, oh, we'll just be hot chicks now. And it's like, here comes the dark age.
No,
Yeah.
this is just the newest version of them consolidating pussy. Like,
That is the 1%.
yeah, well,
They have 99% of the
it's been
pussy.
like disproportionate forever. There's been like
They're pussy elites.
top level dudes have been
The pussy elites.
getting everybody pregnant as far back as human. I might be making this up, but
No.
I think I read it somewhere.
You're right. I know this for a fact. Go on.
So this is just the next evolution. Well, before it was like, I'm the strongest, I can provide the most resources. And now it's like, I'm the gayest, give me all the pussy.
Now I'm so gay.
True. That's a safe bet, though. You need a nice, stable, gay husband. Otherwise, like a fucking maverick. I mean,
Well, eventually one of them
not only
we
just
can
gay.
lose it all at any minute, dude. We're not,
Not only gay, also wigger. It's the ultimate combo. A gay wigger that dances well with abs.
Justin Timberlake.
Exactly. It's been a blueprint forever. Bieber, Timberlake, all the gayest white dudes somehow transformed to black guy.
Or it's just they get paid.
True. Once you get paid, you definitely be.
I'm saying that you can make a ton of money. It's highly profitable. To see that dude, whoever that guy's sidekick, Taylor, it's like, Bieber is a billionaire. So if you just emulate Bieber or just turn up the sauce on what Bieber's doing. Bieber's now a family man.
But you used to have to
True.
make embarrassing music. Now you just lip sync.
Embarrassing. Yeah. Well,
Do rappers know how much of their work is just going into making money for white twinks?
That's what I was thinking.
Do like dick burpees and
like,
sweatpants?
that's what I was saying. Does Gucci Mane know about this?
Gucci Mane's going to be
Gucci
pissed.
Mane will be furious. Dude, I'd be fucking ticked. If I was Gucci Mane.
You'd be talked.
And people.
Come on. Here we go. Haha. I'm so filled with cum. Are you in 8th grade?
Dude, these must be these are like hyper boy bands. Boy bands were a psyop. Basically, they're like to get in and like boy bands would get your 13-year-old daughter horny, and then you'd have to pay $200 to bring them to a concert.
Yes.
It's kind of disgusting.
It is disgusting.
It's a fucked up business model.
Well, that goes back to like
they would torture your 13-year-old, 12-year-old daughter into like going and see, like we got to go see like the Liquid Town. One band was called Liquid Dreams.
Yeah.
O Town. We got to see Orgasm Town, Dad. And you're like, how much is this? $116. You're like, Jesus.
Just for you and your friends to definitely masturbate during the sleepover.
Yeah, dude, it's fucked up. I mean, dude, you're speaking. That's facts.
It's disgusting facts.
But that's
what makes the.
That was the market you were dealing with.
Yeah.
And then you would take, again, we got rid of ritual virgin sacrifice, and then we started taking, like, Britney Spears. She's 15, 16 years old. You display her body for the world, and then, like, slowly she just gets completely excavated by just people just shitting on her and fucking with her, and they lose their minds. Christina Aguilera, I don't know what happened. She got, like, kind of fat, but maybe she lost her mind, too.
Definitely lost her mind. You definitely lose your mind.
You can't hand a 16-year-old keys to a kingdom that they have no control of, and then expect them not to completely fucking wig out. Dude, they're basically like slaves.
They all got molested too. I was watching a Dan Schneider YouTube documentary yesterday, and every single one of them
had to have got. I mean, Bieber had his dick grabbed enough where he's like enough, and he became a Christian. Like Britney Spears couldn't take the day off. I think Britney Spears, they were like, nah.
That's gonna be like if Bieber becomes a full like elite Christian and becomes like a saint.
He's doing this already.
He's gonna have a pretty cool like turn, like Paul.
Oh, dude.
Like Paul on the road to Damascus or whatever. I mean, wherever he was going, where he like God came down and was like, stop being bad.
Yeah, and he was like,
St. Bieber's is going to be like, his dick was tortured by the devil.
Dude, Paul was beating someone's ass, I think. Paul was just beating people
up. I think Paul was fucking up Christians. I think that was like his job.
So. I think he was getting after it. But yeah, dude, there's definitely, we had this whole period when we grew up of boy bands. And, like, that kind of fizzled. That was a sick thing.
I have a horrible confession to make.
What?
At a slumber party one time, me and my boys discussed the possibility of us creating a boy band.
It's okay. You guys were confused.
I think that was common enough that it was a South Park episode.
And then we decided not to.
Really? You guys were going to start? Dude, I mean.
Noble.
Again.
It was noble. And
you guys
then we all jerked off together.
Did you really?
Yes.
You guys formed a boy band, broke up, then jerked off?
Dude, if you guys had abs and filmed it, you'd be millionaires now.
The porno we had was Butts Motel, and that was basically our Yoko Ono. Or Yoko. That was it ripped us apart.
That's what keeps all the boy bands from forming. They make their boy band and they flood the rest of the boys with porn, and it's hard to kind of get it together.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to be doing practice of like lip sync and dancing, and you're like, oh, let's watch Butts Motel. Whole band falls apart.
Butts Motel. It was a parody of the movie Psycho.
Did somebody just put their dick in a shower when a lady was showering?
No, it was a dildo.
Oh, really?
The knife? Yeah.
Sick. Great.
How hard, maybe I could ask my dad, but like in 1999, right, NSYNC debuts a video on TRL. And up to that point, I think the little girls are mostly getting turned on by like your Jonathan Taylor Thomases and shit like that. Like
KTT.
Boys in,
he was just in an episode of Smallville,
clothes, right?
Yeah.
So then
Go ahead.
NSYNC just starts blowing up tween pussy. And you're sitting there and just the TV in the living room is playing a new NSYNC video, and you look over and your 12-year-old daughter just has like beads of sweat like forming on her hairline. Oh. And you're just like, what? And your entire life is different from then on.
Well, if you watch, so I saw, this was like 4 years ago. I watched, it was either NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, but like back in 2001. And it was like, if they had done that today, it would have got canceled, because they like very openly and like without any sort of like, this is a little bit weird, they were dressed like exactly like they like took mannequins in a store that would primarily deal with like clothes for black people and just like pulled them off, threw them like backwards FUBU jerseys on NSYNC when like white dudes didn't do that. They were just like, oh, we're gonna fully dress you guys like black dudes, have you do music that's primarily dominated by black dudes, and they were just fucking it.
That must have killed 112. 112 must have been furious.
It was like 112 boys, and they were just like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." And they're like, "We'll just have white dudes." The Elvis thing, they did it again.
Why don't we do it like more marketable?
Yeah,
dude, that tween, like the Beatles had it. The fucking I remember. I don't know how true it is, but
the Beatles did the same thing. Did you know that?
Really?
The Beatles took
blues,
extremely black music, and then sold it to white people in a country where they weren't buying the black version.
And then they Sgt. Peppered, and it was like, okay, now you guys are your own thing.
Now we're doing white stuff.
I mean, that was the next level.
And then Jimi Hendrix appropriated that.
True.
Call it even.
Even Steven. Well, there was Elvis. I think Elvis was a pretty glaring example.
Yeah.
But
there was a thing. There was a documentary on the Rolling Stones, and they were talking about how the women would go so crazy that there were rivers of piss coming down the steps. Like there was that much.
Really?
The women just started squirting.
Women piss like scared animals.
Yeah, like an excited dog.
No, how is it not talked about constantly? Every woman I know pisses their pants constantly.
Actually, did you ever like micro
True.
pee the bed? I micro peed the bed last night. When you let out your
With
first
your
stream, you go,
mouth
oh!
taped shut.
Wait,
Yeah.
you let out a full stream?
No, just like a
Jolt.
I guess a jolt. Yeah, I was having a dream, dude. I had a fucking dream.
Like
Sorry.
when you're done peeing and you can jolt a couple times. You
No,
know,
it's,
jolt.
it's like the first jolt when you as soon as you zip and hit the toilet seat and let it go. Every time I'm awake, like when I'm about to pee and like when I'm sleeping, I usually almost do that and wake up, but I actually let out like a
Nice.
peed, came back in, just laid on it and shielded the spot from.
So you
Brittany
pissed in
Close
the
Drive.
bed and then hit it?
Very little bit, yeah, very little bit. Pissed the bed. dude.
Enough that you were ashamed as an adult and hit it.
I had a dream last night that not all, but like probably a ton of my male relationships, the people in my life were just like, fuck you, dude. Person after person in my dream. Person after person was like, fuck you. You're a piece of shit. I went to like an old jiu-jitsu teacher. I was like, hey, I'm thinking of signing up. And he was like, the problem with you, dude, is you're always trying to be the fucking hero. Get out of here. And I was like, man, what the fuck's that guy's problem? And it was you were like, fuck you, dude.
What?
Me, you, and my cousin Pat were doing a podcast.
Probably that's because you betrayed me.
Dude, so then I have a dream of that's why I woke up at 4:30 in the morning. All my relationships crumbled, and then I peed the bed. I shot pee at the very end. At the very end of this, I was like walking away, just like from my old jiu-jitsu coach.
I am the hero.
Dude. No, I was very ashamed. I was like, man, this sucks. And then another friend of mine had left a private jet, and in a spirit of vengeance, I was like, I'm going to use this guy's private jet. And then they're like, it'll be $1,500 to fill it up. And I was like, never mind. and then I peed the bed.
Damn.
And then I woke up to a text from you saying, you snake. And I just went,
Oh, yeah.
And I swear to God, I couldn't think. I was like, what the fuck is this in reference to? And I was like, that dream really I was so confused. And then I went out and ran 2.88 miles, dude. 28 minutes. So you do the math.
Yeah, I was afraid that when I said you're rash, you act whatever I said.
I'm rash, yeah.
Yeah, I was afraid that because you were like, that's a little intense. I was like, I hope he knows I'm
No, so here's what happened.
definitely fucking with him.
Obviously. But
All right, good.
I think your game is you try to get an OL out. You try to pull an OL out of me.
Yeah.
So I started formulating OLs in my head. I go, okay, I'm rash. We'll fucking do this. And then I go, no, I'm not going to OL him.
No.
You love that, dude.
What are you talking about?
You've talked about this before. You get people to a territory where they just all of a sudden seemingly out of nowhere OL you, and you go, whoa, what the fuck is that about? I said, I'm not doing that.
All right, good for you.
I
Cards
did
are on the
laugh.
table.
I did
You
laugh.
saw my track.
In my head, I'm not rash, and I thought about the last 6 things in my life. I was like, that was pretty rash. I was also very rash. I was like, I'm pretty.
I don't think you're
I was
very
like, that's
rash.
pretty. I'm very rash. I was like, my man, I'm rash, and I put my phone down. I said, I'm just gonna go fucking.
No, it wasn't.
I wasn't mad at all.
No.
I wasn't mad at all. In my head, it was going to be this back and forth banter, and I said, I'm not having a
Rash
negative.
McCusker.
In my head, I'm like, I lost all my friends in my dream. I'm not going to fight or go back and forth. Dude, it was a horrible feeling. I
Wow.
legitimately.
I had no idea what you were going through.
Yeah, I mean, how could you?
Yeah.
I peed the bed, dude. I was so upset. This is a teeny bit of pee. Not a lot.
It was a river of piss.
The Rolling I literally I went as soon as I think I was peeing in the private jet. I was like, all right, I'm because I think this person was like, I'm checking the miles when you get done. I'm like, is that a big deal if you borrow someone's private jet and then like rack up miles on it? And I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like, that's kind of expensive. And then I peed. That was it. That was like what I was like. I got to pee in this jet, and as soon as I let go, I went, oh shit.
Be in this jet. Damn, that's a tough dream.
Dude, I never had a dream like that. It's usually like, I'm getting fucked up, or I'm in I have a dream a lot where I'm like in a dystopian, like fallen state, but like never had all the people in my life be like, fuck you, dude. And I was like, it was me, you, my cousin Pat, we're doing a podcast. You're like, Matt, get out of here. I'm doing it with your cousin now. I guess I'll do jujitsu. And my jujitsu coach is like, you're always trying to be the hero,
You're
dude.
a bitch.
And I
Dude,
was
get
like,
out of here. You're like,
What
fuck
the
it. I'm going
fuck?
to get on this jet. Damn it, I pissed myself. And then he woke up to me and be like, yeah, you're a real piece of shit.
These are the dangers of sleeping enough.
Yeah, man. I think I'm getting my REM rebound because I've been on like 3-4 hours for so long, and then I tape my mouth shut, so I got all kinds of nitric oxide.
Can you
going
explain that to me?
Huh?
Why are you taping your mouth shut?
So you want to primarily nose breathe. So, it's just better for you. It gets, in terms of like vasodilation and all this other stuff, it gets when you breathe through your nose, it gives like nitric oxide into your body, or nitrous, whatever the fuck it's called. Whatever that stuff is in it, and they'll explode, and Viagra gives you boners and fucking muscle veins.
It's what makes you run fast.
Yeah, exactly.
You turn on the NOS.
You just right into the nose. So if you tape your mouth shut while you're sleeping, you only nose breathe, and it's like a better way to breathe. Because it actually, when you breathe in through your nose, you're activating your sympathetic nervous system, or no, your parasympathetic nervous system, which slows you down. When you breathe through your mouth, you're more activating your sympathetic nervous system. So it's been found, and it's pretty widely accepted, it's better for you to breathe through your nose. But when you sleep, when you're at nighttime, typically you lose consciousness and you just go, and you're just crushing your dude. And since I stopped, so I didn't tape my mouth the one night, I did it again. You don't wake up with a shitty taste in your mouth when you tape it.
True.
You wake up and you're just like,
really? Because I get a shittier taste when my mouth is closed after a long time.
Really? No, for me, when I
notice if I'm in a movie theater or on an airplane, if I have my mouth shut the whole time,
airplane mouth,
disgusting fucking mouth.
Airplane mouth is different. Yeah, airplane mouth. I get off of an airplane, and I feel like I just fell into.
And my eyes are always just dark red.
Yeah,
every single time I fly.
I'm the same way. I feel like a piece of shit when I get off a plane wherever I'm going to. I feel like I need to be hosed down. Yeah, it's disgusting. I feel gross.
Hell yeah, bro.
But pretty sick.
Let's bury the hatchet from your dream.
From how we both feel sick when we leave a plane.
Yeah, man. That's a good thing to unite on. Also about how those kids probably turned us both on a little.
What are you talking about?
That incited something in both of us.
Who, those hot kids?
Yeah, those boys dancing.
Not me. Not me at all. Not me even one iota.
You were pulsing.
I wasn't pulsing at all.
Were you pulsing?
For sure, yeah.
Thank you, Tim, for your honesty.
I'm being honest.
Thank you, Tom.
No problem.
Thank you, Tom.
I tummed my pants watching those videos.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't feel anything. I watch that. And
it made me angry. Not sexually frustrated.
Yeah, just
like
horny.
This is
like sexually violent.
Annoying. Yes, I wanted to break into their house and take them one by one.
Felt a wave of sexual violence overcome me.
Yeah,
dude. Actually, this is really fucked. Did you ever see the documentary called Rewind on Amazon?
What's it about?
It's so fucked. It's a So this guy's dad apparently obsessively filmed.
Keep going, dude.
Keep viewership up. The guy's dad obsessively. No, you should dance at that time of the story. He obsessively filmed his son's childhood, and it turned out that the son was getting viciously molested and raped by his two uncles the entire time, and his
older tag teamed.
Not even
the Dudley boys were coming in there,
dude. It wasn't even the Dudley boys.
He was talking about it the whole time.
Only one of his uncles was no. So his dad. So apparently this is going through the whole family. So the dad was molested by his older brother, and his older brother was molested by their older brother, who was also an award-winning opera singer.
Classic.
Which was crazy because they would go to these home videos of him hey, come here, and they would slow it down. The dad would look over and just walk away.
When he came, he was like, "Oh,
if you tell anybody, I'll kill you." That's what he did. So it starts out and you're like, I thought it was just a divorce. They're like, yeah, my husband always had this camera and it was annoying. And I'm like, dude, is this guy really bitching about this? And then it was then I found there were sores on his genitals and I was like, whoa, hold up. And they slowly just unleash these three brothers were just sucking each other. Or the youngest brother was just getting sucked, but the other one was like, dude, I'm talking about.
Wait, is this the son in the movie, or is this?
This is the backstory.
With
this is the backstory.
Okay.
So the dad was been sucked by his brother. Dude, literally, he was I'd lay on the thing. He's like, I would.
How old were they when they were sucking?
Oh man, I think it went on into the teen. It had to go on into the teenage. I don't know. It was definitely from grade school age. But then there was the older brother who was continue. There's the older brother would rape the middle brother, and then the middle brother would just suck his youngest brother. It was fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, of course.
So then,
crazy.
Knowing this shit all would happen, the guy just, I guess, tried to bury it in the back of his head and allowed these people in his son's life all the time. And so it was the middle brother was, I think, sucking his son. The middle brother's son was sucking his son and all that shit. But then the oldest son,
the alpha suck,
the opera singer, he was raping. He was anally raping the guy's son, and they started raping their daughters. And then so the guy came out. Finally, the kid.
Damn, dude,
I'm trying to make a movie, guys.
How horny was this family?
I don't, dude. That's
supposed to be the horniest family of all time.
It was fucking crazy. But then the whole time, the dad which I think this is probably why he did it. He had a camcorder back in like early, basically I think the kid's the same age as us. And this was all filmed in like Bryn Mawr. Like the places they were filming, I used to walk through there.
You used to walk through the
I'm not claiming fame, but it's like I would there one field I'm like, oh, that's where I used to get off the little train and walk to the school. They were filming in this field. But I think the dad obsessively filmed everything going on, I guess, to like keep an eye on things. But like, dude, he just filmed himself basically. Like, you know, the uncle's like messing with him, and the dad would like look, and they like slow down the footage, and he would just like walk through the thing. But the mom was like, dude, why didn't you tell me? So they were like
lost on this.
Once they said like,
so the dad was filming his son, and his son was being raped by
not while he was being raped, but he was filming like everything, like every single.
Well,
I don't know why I keep
everything.
doing this. Yeah, almost everything.
That's how you film.
He would just sit there with a camcorder and constantly all the family stuff. So this guy's putting a documentary of all of his old family footage. Then you're watching it, knowing these dudes have been like raping him and shit. So they're like, "Hey, buddy," and like you see the guy like looking at the kid and like ruffling his hair and rubbing his back. Dude, it's fucked. It is so fucked up. I'm almost done. Brittany makes me shut it off every time
is
it's
this
on.
a series?
Yeah,
No, it's just one.
Oh,
it's one show.
that's a tough one to watch.
Dude, it's fucking insane how fucked up this is. I mean, I thought it was like, you know, I was like, it was like, you know, dark and twisted family. I was like, all right, you know, whatever.
Yeah, it can't be that bad.
They haven't brought down the opera singer yet. The uncle immediately they went
Final
one
boss.
Uncle. Yeah, the final boss.
He's gonna be a tough one.
He was like apparently a high profile dude associated with like, I mean, they brought him. He like entertained the Pope, all kinds of shit.
I bet he did.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
I bet the Papa was fucking
He must have
ecstatic.
partied down, dude. That's pedophile Thailand, dude. You go to Rome. And you're just like, oh sweet, you can do whatever we want.
That's like Canton, Ohio. That's like the Hall of Fame, dude.
Yeah.
If you make it into the Vatican City, there's a bust of you. Just like this guy, statistics alone, dude. This guy deserves to be in here.
Dude, it was pretty
He
mind
fucked his
bending.
own kids.
He goes to
They hang up your shop teacher glasses in the rafters at the Vatican.
He has drawings from when he's a child, and they like he goes through like his psychiatrist drawings, dude. It's like him as like an 8-year-old drawing, just like his uncle as the devil with like a huge dog, dude. It's fucking crazy. It was one of the most fucked up things. It's kind of a fucking joy killer. But
no, it's very funny.
I watched this and it was like, yeah, the fact that it was like, dude, the dad would be like, he laid on the couch. He's like, I would lay right here, and your uncle would take my penis in his mouth. I'm not gonna lie, it felt kind of good. And like, dude, you're just watching, and then, dude, it's unreal.
Just brothers sucking brothers.
Brothers sucking brothers fucking uncles fucking nephews. And then like, dude, at one point the mom was like,
my uncle.
dude, the mom,
Me and my uncle fucking.
in my head, I was like,
So
is this
funny.
more common? I was like, maybe this goes on all the fucking time. Because the home videos were them just being like, like,
Yeah.
real normal fucking shit.
Me and my uncle would be like, hi. Like real, like,
No contact.
hardly.
Dude, the mom at one point went upstairs and the door was shut. He was up with the uncle, the master, total dude who would like,
king, dude.
who would pen. Yeah.
The opera.
The guy, yeah, exactly.
The
The Phantom, dude.
Phantom of the Asra.
She would go upstairs and the door was shut and she was like, hey, what are you guys doing in there? And he goes, Uncle Nephew. No, he literally goes, Uncle Nephew time. And she was like, he just said it with such authority. And the kid was like, why didn't you open the door? And she was like, I don't
Never
know.
would have guessed you guys were butt fucking.
If the door's shut with my kid and anyone's in there, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck are you guys? It's definitely an open door. It's like, well, you don't. Why would you shut a
For
door?
sure. I'm sorry. I thought it was the uncle's wife. I thought it was his aunt. that
No.
was checking on him.
The mom was
The
like,
kid's mom.
yeah, she was like, hey, what are you doing? And
he
then
was
the
like, it's
uncle
uncle.
goes, Uncle kid time. She's like, what are you guys doing in there? And apparently he was just like, he had just fucked him in the ass and been like, I'll kill you if you say anything. And then was like, Uncle Nephew time. And then went down and like carved a turkey and had Thanksgiving. Dude, fucking nuts.
Well,
That's crazy.
thanks for having me, guys.
Anyway,
I
tell
just
us
found-
about the joys of fatherhood.
I just found out the Menendez brothers had the same thing.
Really?
Did you know that?
They were getting fucked?
I think this is a Netflix documentary. People have probably seen it, but when they were on trial for killing their parents, first of all, I only know about the Menendez brothers from Cable Guy. Okay. So I only know about the fake Ben Stiller Menendez brothers. So in real life, they went to trial.
Who
and
are
were
they?
like-
What do they do?
They killed their parents.
Okay.
They were twins.
Swag.
They were adult twins. They killed their parents.
So hot guys have to do.
And their parents were rich.
Perfect.
So that was the story. They were trying to get that rich parent money. But then they go to the trial. They're like, by the way, my dad was raping us, and we had to kill him. There was nothing else we could do.
But he was dead.
He was dead. And people were pretty dead set on these dudes wanting that money. So then on the stand, the secret move that they pull off. They're like, if you don't believe us, listen to this. I think like the older Menendez brother, I don't know, it's probably minutes older. He gets on the stand. He's like, I took my brother in the woods and I raped him because my dad raped me. And then they both tell the same side or the same story from opposite sides. It was like, yeah, we go in the woods. I'd say it's time to play. And then I would just like stick things in his asshole and suck his bird and stuff like that. And then the other brother had to be like, yep, totally what happened. And that's why we killed our parents. And then like that almost saved them. Like, cause it was so horrific and believable. And then at the end, they're just like, yeah, well, you still can't fucking.
Yeah, we still got to kill you guys.
Yeah.
Did they kill
we
him?
definitely can't have you out.
I don't know what they're up to these days. I don't know if they're still alive.
Can't give you access to the woods.
Well, dude, the doctor and the psychiatrist in the documentary, he was like, family sexual abuse is a gift that keeps on giving. The question is, where did he get the gift from? Dude, it was just like, dude, you made me think back. Okay, hold on, no, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
Christ.
It's just a gift that keeps giving. They're like, we're trying to figure out who got the oldest brother first. Dude, it's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Sorry,
shit,
I didn't mean
man.
to.
No.
I don't know what reminded me of that, but I think that
I
is
was talking about hot dudes dancing for a while. Probably
True.
got you on the
probably got me thinking about the rewind.
sucking boys.
Yeah, Shane was talking about fucking children who can beat him up.
True, that's where it was. I think that's where it came from.
Damn, that would suck to go in there and get my ass kicked while attempting to rape a house. Just get jumped. Probably they'd dance on you, which would actually be.
They could be like Flight 91.
It would be Flight 93. It would be
Sure,
exactly
sorry.
that, dude. I'd be like, nobody fucking move, and they'd be like, let's kill this motherfucker. I'll be like, I'll crash us all anyway.
It's just you jerking off as you get beat up.
If I'm going down, you're going down.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get some jizz on you.
Whole time you're just trying to get into TikTok.
Dude, that has to be the opposite of like dads pulling their daughters out of strip clubs. Like you have to want your son to get into a TikTok house.
You want
Really?
them in.
You want them in
No, dude.
because they become millionaires. They're
They do
super
become-
hot.
That's dirty money, dude.
They do become millionaires.
None of them care.
I hate it.
I'd hate it, dude.
I don't. Now it's funny as a fat 30-year-old on Patreon to criticize these-
Jacked
as fuck,
I'll say
yoked.
jacked. Bulking, currently bulking.
Currently gains, so I can fucking. Haha. Me and my boys.
What song would you do?
I like mine with lettuce and tomatoes.
Just when you smile as you slowly show your butthole.
Yeah, the camera down underneath with my sack up.
Oh my god.
That's good TikTok.
No, I think I don't know. I don't think a lot of if you're a dad and you're not like a complete bitch, I think you'd be kind of pissed off. The lack of principles, dude. I wouldn't.
Dude,
like
if I wanted to play soccer, my dad would have been like,
Yeah.
"You're gay." These kids they're dancing.
Dude, my friend got bullied out of playing soccer by his dad.
Yeah, you can't.
Literally called him a foot fairy until he played football. I was in the car when this happened.
Whew.
He mentioned yeah, but I kind of like soccer. He's like foot fairy. He was a football coach too, so he made him play football. Bullied him out of soccer.
Good.
I mean, he's on a hot guy TikTok house.
What's gayer than American soccer players?
I
TikTok.
can't- I mean, that's kind of the
But
6
slow-
of one, half a
slow
dozen of the
road,
other.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
Soccer's
I'd be
the
pissed,
TikTok
dude.
of sports.
soccer, American soccer is definitely actually European soccer is the TikTok as well.
Well, from an ROV perspective, I would say I would be pissed if I was a dad going into a TikTok house like that.
But the times are different, dude. Your dad snatched
Or
the
if he's
fucking hanging cross earring out. They're not the same anymore. There's dads pushing their sons to have.
That's who
esports
they want to be.
careers.
That's who they want to be. They all want to be Odell Beckham. That's the guy they want to be. It's Drake and Odell Beckham, except it's just white, and they're all so rich that
Yeah.
every Instagram picture is them with abs holding stacks of money to their ear.
Yeah,
Cocksuckers.
this is kind of I think a thing for the elites. I don't think poor people or even middle class people could try to emulate this because it's just people. would be
Well, you
calling
can't.
them-
You can't emulate it.
You'd be
But
kind
you
of
can
a crap,
definitely
you'd be
like
a
it.
crappy house. You'd have pimples on your chest. And you'd be
Yeah,
like,
you fucking your parents couldn't afford braces.
We should start a TikTok. This should be a TikTok.
No, this cannot be a TikTok house.
Why? I'm just describing the rest of TikTok. It's just autistic.
Billy's the only one of us. You might get it. You lost some weight,
Give
but
me like
Billy,
6 months, dude.
Billy
Yeah,
could be our TikToker.
You think so?
He's probably got abs.
No,
He's fucking strong. If we
He's
got
strong
Billy,
as fuck.
we got Billy shirtless.
not a PA.
and,
He's strong as fuck, but he doesn't have abs.
if we got Billy shirtless and made him like seductively walk to the camera, like,
Billy could do it. He has his glasses, dude. Fucking lower them down.
we could make some money. We could pimp your brother out on TikTok.
We should.
But this could end up as like some sort of rewind thing where you end up sucking him.
True.
He gets too powerful.
True.
He knock
him down.
It's a gift that keeps on going.
Yeah, the dad even rationalized being like, look, as far as my middle brother was to me, he was just trying to show me he loved me in a sick and twisted way. But the wife was like, why didn't you tell me your brothers raped you before bringing your brothers in our
Somebody
house
had to give me
all day,
head,
every day?
bitch. I wasn't getting it here, so I went to my brother. He sucked me dry.
I mean, how do you chill at family parties
Knowing
with
that
your
you've
brothers
all
that like sucked
blowed each
you
other.
and just be like, dude, they were doing this thing where you go behind a wall and go, oh, and you're just like, oh, he's so silly. And
Oh, he's probably getting raped.
I would have to. I would spaz at one point and be like, dude, remember you sucked my dick? What the fuck? Just carving the turkey.
I don't know, though. It's probably that same energy of, like, if you've hooked up with the chick and then you see her later, you're kind of still like, psh,
Yeah.
what up? You and me had something.
I mean,
They probably have that energy with each other where they're just like, yo, you're my mate.
I mean, that's your formative sexual experience. So, like, you're fucking and you're like, I just want my brother to suck me.
Like it's never as good again.
It's never as good, dude.
I bet it's not.
It's your summer love, dude. That's your first love. It's fucked up.
I love it.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Shouldn't be on the air. I brought
Raped in my
I brought
ass,
possibly
dude.
the worst topic up. We're having fun. We're talking about hot guys. I saw a documentary about incestual.
Tell me more.
Intergenerational
Tell me
rape.
more. Well, it was actually my brother. Oh, God, please stop.
We don't believe you.
It was my brother at the beach.
Well, apparently too. That's what they said. The problem was you had the kid. The kid broke the ice because he was like, I think he started grabbing his sister's boobs, and then they were like, "Hey, knock that off!" And he was like, "That's what our
This
cousin."
is nothing.
He was like, "That's what our cousin does," and they were like, "Is that true?" And the daughter was like, "Yeah." The kid. Then they got it out of the kid, and dude, the whole family fell. The kid was a hero. In a weird way, he grabbed his sister's boobs, and that was what like brought this whole thing down. He grabbed his sister's boobs in front of his parents, and he was like, "That's what they tell mom about your guys' secret time with the cousin." So the cousin was the one who brought this whole thing
Were
down.
any of these
he brought up the
people
pedos. That's
hot?
there's a lot of
Were
He
they
started it.
No one was hot. These sound like very ugly people.
They weren't.
If they're decent.
It wasn't a hot house for sure. It was not a hot TikTok.
If this
house.
was happening in the TikTok house, it would be hot.
It'd be more clicks, more views.
It'd be so many views. The clickbait would be crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Brother. Deep
Two
throats,
brothers sucking each
Dolph's
other?
brother.
It's got to be on the. It's got to be on the internet.
100%.
Stepbrother, suck stepbrother.
Don't touch
I'm
knees with
sorry.
me right now.
Those are
Tim.
bare
Careful,
knees,
dude.
too.
Get out of here with that mustache.
It's a charged environment. God. But yeah, man, that was pretty horrible.
Fired you up. I got fired up. I got fired up this weekend. I listened to the smash hit #1 podcast in the world right now, Nice White Parents.
What is that? I heard about that.
It sucks dick. That's all you need to know.
What's the premise?
It's like the New York Times presents Nice White Parents. It's just about white parents ruining a black school by giving it too much money.
Is this
we
like,
don't want
is this
any
like a
help.
serial podcast?
Yeah, it is. It is. They play like the jazz-like piano. They're like, up next. And it's always just like, I'm Sarah Coral Sea Treasure Map Jones. It's just some bullshit made-up fucking garbage name every day. And then, the whole podcast is just like, it's just, New York Times podcasts are like, hi, I'm a wealthy person that went to Yale. Here's how white people stink.
It's like Ideological
It's
Hot House.
fucking insane,
Yeah,
bro. It really is.
It is. It's like,
and then, dude, you should hear, because then there's ads for the other podcasts, and they're like, this was brought to you by, and it's just another white dork with his nose stuffed.
yeah,
Just being like, also, if you're having trouble sleeping, why don't you try Casper? It's a great mask. Like, it's fucking,
yeah.
it's wild. You gotta listen to it.
Well, these are the people whose like families benefited directly from like NAFTA and like probably had slaves. Like they like had slaves. We're like, no, we didn't, and then we're like, yeah, let's sell out the labor force. So yeah, I mean, you feel pretty bad.
It's, the whole thing's about, well, it starts out about one school. It's about how white parents ruin public schools. That's
Really?
what the whole thing's about. White parents ruin public schools. That's the overall message. And it goes into how, which is like this, it tells a specific story about this one school. So I guess in New York, public schools, you get like drafted to public schools. Like you apply to public schools.
Really, not charter schools?
There's charter schools and public schools, but you have to like, you get to try to pick what public school you
Okay.
go to, kind of. And this one dude organized all the white parents from this middle school to go to this one, or this elementary school to go to this one middle school. He was like, if we all get together and demand that they have a French program, we can go here. It's empty. Nobody's going to this school. It was like half capacity.
So you wanted to wait. They found
POCs. But then this guy led like 20, 30 white kids to this school, all in one grade. But he was also a professional fundraiser, so he also raised like $100,000.
Yeah.
Now they got mad because it was only going to like French programs and shit like that. But, yeah.
So he
kind of what are you fucking?
He took a school. He basically almost made like a. He basically took a school with a bunch of other kind of rich white people and then used public funding to have like essentially like a private school kind of thing, or what?
Yeah, he just I don't know. It's not like he was totally like innocent or whatever, but it was still like I don't know. There was just certain parts where
they made like an Aryan Brotherhood for a school, like as a prison gang.
Yeah,
like, let's just squat up. Let's get numbers.
All go together and
get numbers.
It was just like she was holding white people accountable for shit that she would never hold people of color accountable for. She would be like, the white people didn't want to be. They were afraid that their kids would be bullied if they were the only white kid in class.
Wait, so when
and
did
then
they would have been, but yeah, go ahead.
How did they?
Yeah, of course they would.
Because it sounds great so far. When does it get ruined?
I don't know. I haven't really gotten that far yet. It's usually in like parent-teacher meetings, which she goes to and records, and it's usually like women of color arguing with like a guy named like Randy, who's like, we just raised this one. It's like, you are not part of the parent-teacher group. That money should be for all of us. He's like, well, actually, it's personal, private money. It's great. It's fun to listen to.
Well, dude, I mean, who of them would go to like the Philadelphia school district and just be like, all right, Chip, get in there. That's why Philadelphia schools are at a standstill. Nobody's pulling the trigger. Everyone has a house here, and then as soon as it's typically a lot of times, as soon as it's Philadelphia school time, they go like, let's get the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's where we are.
Everybody does it, but it's like, dude,
Well, that's what it's about.
Go to Philadelphia public school. It's a fucking nightmare.
I'd rather send my sons and daughter to a TikTok house than a Philadelphia public school.
Yeah, because they are a nightmare, dude.
And but also again, she holds them like the white people accountable for shit she would never. Like she was like, and then this was a meeting for parents. It was voluntary, and about all the parents that were there were white.
Dude, this is for
like
this.
It was.
No, these podcasts are for rich white people who are.
Go ahead, motherfucker.
These podcasts are for very rich white people who go through a black neighborhood and get like very nervous when they're driving.
Yeah.
So they play like bad white parents and are like,
see, not me.
These are people who legitimately are nervous around black people.
Lemaire, who hates whites. Go ahead.
No, I don't hate whites. I don't hate whites. I've been through that system that you're talking about. In Detroit, we had to go to some place outside of the city to take a test to get placed in specific high schools. So I
go to Cass Tech.
Yeah, I didn't go to Cass Tech.
Who else knows Detroit high schools like me? That's a Michigan Wolverine feeder school. Notre Dame needs to get some people out of there.
I wasn't good enough to go there.
So you took the test. You took the standardized test.
Yeah.
Where'd they put you?
They.
The blackest.
Yeah, they put me.
That's how they send you to schools. They're like, well, if you do real bad, we send you to the blackest school.
They were going to send me to a terrible school, but it wasn't because of like the test. It was because of where I lived. So we moved to Pennsylvania after that.
Wow.
So what do they do? Like hold the test and look at you, and they're like,
no, it's just like a standardized test. Like in black schools, they train you. Well, in Detroit, our whole like schooling was so we can take this test.
Standardized test. Yeah, they do that here.
Yeah,
they do that in honky schools.
No, but I'm saying I've been to honky schools, and it's not necessarily the focus. In black schools, the test is the focus every time.
Yeah, we took the CAT test.
I get that testing up to get federal money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We took the CAT test, and it was just kind of like, hey guys, like they would take like 3 weeks and be like, hey, we're gonna take these tests. It was Catholic school, so they're like, what the fuck ever. We could not do these. Nobody would give a fuck.
Yeah, true. I went to Catholic school as well.
CAT test, I kind of phoned those in. CAT test,
definitely phoned those
and
in.
my SATs. I took them once. I was one and done.
Yeah,
didn't take any prep.
I won and done them too.
Cat tests were my moment.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
Come on now.
Fucking powerful
That's
shit.
what we do. What'd you do? You probably didn't even take the SATs. You fucking blue collar loser.
I did take them.
What'd you get?
You smart. What'd you get?
Let's show our dicks.
I think it was like 1180. It wasn't great.
Fuck.
1170.
I got 1170.
Dude,
I didn't
dude,
prep.
hell
I
yeah.
knew we were both smart.
I fucking knew
You
it.
lied about yours to sound smarter. They don't give 1180s.
No way, dude. You have no idea. That was actually a disappointment because when it was time for CAT tests in Catholic school, I went hard. That was my moment.
You crushed.
Oh,
was
you
the
wanted to help
only-
the school look good by getting.
No,
a good
I
score.
wanted to look good because I was such a fucking.
You wanted to save the
dork.
choir.
Yeah, like,
Sister.
dude, growing up in a shitty neighborhood where everyone was like doing cool shit constantly, I was a fucking Super Nintendo kid, and I was like, I got nothing going for me.
Stunned on the cat test.
And then they dangled the CAT test in front of me. I was like, it's time to shine.
What kind of cat score are you
Damn,
working
I
with?
can't believe that's how dorks actually operate. Like, damn,
had
I have a
nothing,
Super
dude.
Nintendo. It's time for me to destroy the standardized test to show everybody how cool I am.
I didn't think about cool, but I was like, I need a win. I need
Okay.
a
All
double.
right, that's pretty sick.
All I had was making the older kids
That makes
laugh
sense because
by
then
embarrassing
dorks,
myself.
dorks will get mad when you cheat off them.
Yeah,
I would go
it's
in
really
and
hard
off
to cheat
them.
on the
The
cat
dorks-
test, dude. I used
dorks
to try
are
it.
mean.
It's difficult.
No, I just mean in general. There'd always be dorks that would get upset if you like started cheating on their.
What kind of cheater were you? Like an eye hustler?
I'm a full fucking.
I'm an eye hustler.
What is
yeah.
that? Let me
I
see
never.
that.
I don't. I made cheat sheets very rarely. A lot of times I'd make
Yeah.
a cheat sheet and I wouldn't even be able to bust it out. I'd be so nervous.
Absolute eye hustler.
Yeah, it's a big.
And to the point where I thought I was really good at it. That's funny about cheating. I thought I was like, Psh, I can read patterns. I'm so good at getting patterns right on standardized tests.
All it takes is the first time you do it and don't get caught, you're like, I might be the best at this ever.
Yeah, this is all you have to do.
Yeah, I remember the first. Do you remember the first time you cheated on a test?
I do.
I remember mine. Mine was
don't.
Mine was a reading class that I was. We had like trailers. So we had a school, like a little Catholic school. Then they just started like adding different trail. We had like a reading
Yeah.
trailer, a library trailer, the nurse trailer. Nurse trailer was fucking sick. But the we would just. I would go to a reading trailer for class and would sit there. We did computers, and I remember just being like, "Fuck, I think I missed that part of the story," and being like, "I wonder if she knows." And I looked over and I was like, "She seems pretty confident." Copied, and I was like, "It's awesome." I was like, "Oh, that's good to know. I can just do that." I remember being little and being like, "Well, it's good to know I got some backups."
Yeah. That is nice. When was your first cheating?
So all through 8th grade, I was in Catholic school, and I was a good boy, dude, super smart. But then my mom got addicted to pills, and I turned. Fuck. And
Yeah.
so after 8th grade, we couldn't afford Catholic school anymore, so they were about to feed me to the Philadelphia public school system.
You started.
And I lived in fucking Kensington, so it was like,
yeah, you were fighting for your life, dude.
well, so I took the standardized testing that year and ended up getting into a magnet school in Northeast Philly.
Damn.
I was like, holy shit, I'm saved. And then again, obviously my life fell apart. So then I start 9th grade, and the first English test I have, I was like, I can't do this, dude. I'm not gonna be able to fucking keep up. And I looked over, and I'll never forget this fucking girl's face. And I looked at her test for like one answer, and she went, "Could you not look at my answers?"
Bitch. They're the worst.
And so I never,
Fuck.
cheating never caught on with me. I ended up just doing bad.
See, dude, the funniest thing, you're telling, like, I was in 2nd grade. I remember just being like, "Oh, sweet." It's just a piece of shit.
Yeah, I think I cheated on some spelling tests back in the day.
Yeah.
I remember this one kid fainted during a finals in high school, and I just took this dork's test. A kid fainted. So there was medical attention on that kid. So I stole this kid's test, and he was like, "No." Like, he was literally like saying no, and I was like, "Dude, shut the fuck up!" And just like every single exact same answer.
The best Catholic school hack was to just, if you were like a sick day for the test, let someone else take the test, get the grades back, write down the answers.
We've had this conversation.
Then you took it out in the hallway.
Yes.
And you were just like,
Dude, we've had this conversation.
yeah, fucking rules.
Algebra, I had a teacher that would give you multiple choice algebra, same tests to both classes. So there was kids in the first class that would just type it in their calculator, what every single answer was, and then give you the calculator.
Yep.
My average in the class was like a 98. Like, I was killing this class. And I think I was already committed to Army, so this teacher thought I was like the real deal. He was like, this guy's going to be a fucking general. He's 98%. He's the captain of the football team. This guy's incredible. And then it was a recruiting thing. I missed the class because I had to go talk to like a coach or something. And then came back, and he was like, "Oh, here's a makeup test." And it wasn't multiple choice. It was just show the math. Dude, I didn't know 1 ounce of how to do it.
Oh my god.
I wrote the number 3 for the answer on every answer. I wrote 3 and gave it back to him.
What'd he say?
And he was like, "We got to talk
She might got
because
combat.
you got a 0."
I got PTSD. I'm going to West Point.
I would have faked autism. Like, I'm not really a work on paper kind of guy.
I tried a beautiful mind.
He didn't. Yeah. What was sick was he loved Notre Dame football.
Nice.
He was a troop. He was a former troop. Yeah. And he was a geezer. He was just like, I'm not going to tell anybody about this.
Yeah.
We're just not going to give you this test. And just,
Damn.
The guy was the man. I think he died.
Was this post 9/11?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Post 9/11.
He's like,
dude.
look, we need
This guy
you.
was like, we need this beefy motherfucker out there setting those Arabs straight with his math.
Yeah. Sorry, sir. I was just so focused on turning that shithole into a parking lot.
That's so funny.
This stays between us.
He never forgot you through algebra. He just never forgot and it was like, yeah, let him through. Fucking.
Yeah, dude. He was about to fail me in the thought of those planes.
He was like looking at your. He was looking at all your threes and it was just like an overlay of like the Twin Towers, Osama from a cave being like, oh, and he was like, fuck this test, dude. Get over there.
You're gonna go fuck those kids up.
You're failing a future U.S. Army soldier.
Yeah. Man,
I think about that sometimes. If you had just fully went through that and you were just
crazy.
a general right now,
I'd tell you what, I'd have better posture. I wouldn't be hunched over like Winston Churchill.
it's never too late to become a general.
True.
You can still become a general, dude.
I'd have some good tactics.
Dude, that would be fucking
I would
sick.
send Hype House to ISIS and be like,
Ooh, they like that.
what
dude.
You gonna do with it?
No, they love bocce
That
boy.
might-
I think it's called bocce
Decoy.
bazi.
That
man.
would
That would
they
destabilize
might
them.
that would they would spontaneously combust. They would suicide bomb on the spot. They would premature ejaculate, suicide bomb, dude. Do you think they call that a pre-jack? Do you think they joke about that? Like before you get into the school, your vest explodes.
That has to
Like,
be.
oh, he fucking, I'm in pre-jack, dude.
That has to be a joke over there, pretending you have a bomb on you. Like, just kidding.
Yeah, I got you.
Come on.
It's a little
guy.
alarm clock. It's like a little Flavor Flav situation. You're like,
You know me.
it has to be a joke.
Just playing games.
Someone has to play that.
They
hard
do
over
that
there.
here. Arab dudes do that here. That's like a YouTuber joke.
Can I have a bomb?
For Arab dudes to be in a room and scream Allah Akbar, and everyone fucking runs out, and then they're like, haha, got him, subscribe.
There's a really old ISIS dude doing uncle jokes. He pulls it open. It's like a full cuckoo clock. He's like, I'm just playing with it.
No, there's a video I just watched of a dude doing that, and then going outside. He was like, haha, got him, fucking idiots. And then he walks outside, and it's a cop. He's like, freeze, get the fuck on the ground. He's like, what? For what, dude? What?
It's a prank, bro.
Yeah.
Cops like, guns fake, gotcha.
Yeah, guys, that's not very funny, is it?
Yeah, that's. I always love those pranks where the guys put on a mask and like scare women into thinking they're raping them in a parking garage, and they're like, "You're trapped on an elevator with me."
Dude saying the N-word is my favorite. Or like going up or like saying something fucked up at like a court. Just getting beat up by black dudes seemed to be a prank. That seemed to be a YouTube show for a minute.
There was guys who would do that.
Lots
Yes.
of like Israeli and Eastern European dudes doing it.
Yes, exactly right. That's exactly who was doing it. Eastern Europeans just tossing it out and just getting walloped.
Whoa, bro! This is a prank.
They would say something like, "Be like, that's a camera."
They would walk up
over
to like
there.
a couple walking down the street, and be like, "Bro, I want to fuck your girl." And they would just start throwing punches. Like, "Bro, it's a prank, bro! Bro,
That's a prank. That's a camera there. And then sometimes the guy who's throwing punches would be like, "Fuck, you got me."
Well, it's also probably relieved you don't have to get like an assault charge and beat some guy up.
I don't know. I think I'd be even angrier if somebody was like, "There's a hidden camera there."
Yeah, true.
I'd
but
be like, "What the
What
fuck,
the
dude?
f-
I thought
I
you were
punch
just
two people.
retarded."
you got to Godfather the camera. You got to smash that.
True.
Go up and just be like, "Motherfucker."
Yeah, that's a fair
Some
point.
guy's like, "I'm gonna lick your wife's butthole." Like, dude.
Yo, there's a camera right over there. We were just trying to freak you out.
They would also go.
I
up
was
and,
just trying to make you snap violently in public for my amusement, so I could get views.
They would also go up and just assault women. They would just go up and start fucking making out with girls.
Yeah, which
Really?
had to be fake.
Yeah.
Unless these boys, well, I mean, they are Eastern European, dude.
It's
If
like,
you're
it's
Russian enough, you'll just.
you'll definitely grab a chick's ass and be like, "No, just."
The closer
relax."
you get to Moscow, the more likely
He's
you
prank.
are.
He's prank.
This is
bro.
fun for us in pranks.
If you do not have big reaction, my whole village starves. Please freak out, please. We need this.
They
I'm
crawled
going
so TikTokers could walk, dude.
Oh,
they
for
did.
sure.
They were out. They were just standing on skyscrapers.
They were
doing
testing
like
the waters with the
handstands.
haircuts and shit.
They were. You're exactly right. Track pants, no shirt, doing
yeah.
pull-ups on like a crane.
Yep, yeah,
1,000
dude,
feet up.
Falling the fuck off.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, we can't keep doing pull-ups on cranes and dying. We
American
have to
TikTokers
just,
are so
we gotta
fucking
just trap
soft compared to what they have.
It's like the space program.
Those dudes
dude.
die constantly.
They're the first ones to just like jack a woman up with a form in an elevator. Like, I'm going to kill you now, and they're like, I'm just kidding. Come on.
There's actually a camera here. That is the space race. You're exactly right. This is a Cold War of internet. Ours are just hot fucking dudes grinding their floppy dicks in sweatpants.
That's our Silicon Valley.
Russians are assaulting and committing rape, but for camera, very funny.
Some Southeast Asian country, they're getting onto the hot boys bandwagon too. They do very dramatic. Like,
The Indian
they might be
ones,
the
it's
horniest.
they're all in
funniest
like
shit in the
fast
world.
forwards.
It's the funniest shit in the world,
They
and
might
they all
be
have
the
like
horniest.
blue contacts in or something with it, like
Yeah.
something ridiculous. With it, like.
And it's like a dramatic thing, like fighting over a girl, and then like one of them dies and becomes an angel and shit.
True, that's the new one.
Well, then
That's
some
a good
girl
one.
sees that and is like, I like your TikToks, and blows you. And then you two just live. I guess that's what's going to come down to. When all the jobs go away, you just do TikToks, and your future wife sees you. You pop your contacts out, and she just like has a kid, and your kid just comes out in the world just like,
Oh man,
it's pretty nuts.
yeah. You know who needs to be getting their dick sucked is those dudes who dig pools. Those guys. You ever see
The
these guys?
apocalyptos digging pools.
Oh my god,
up?
yes, dude. There's just some jaguar paws out digging. They just dig pools.
Hand digging, like
You would love these. dude.
luxury in-ground
They
pools.
just time lapse film themselves hand digging sick fucking pools.
Like a hand-dug pool.
And then like walking to like a body of water with one bucket and filling it up and walking it back and dump. It's fucking sick.
It's just for the time lapse.
The time lapse is incredible.
They do it all for the time lapse of them just fucking.
Yes, those guys need to be getting. They have to be getting their dick sucked.
Oh, dude, for sure,
My mom wants a pool.
dude.
You gonna hand dig it?
But is it a hand dug? That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, is your pool hand dug?
Bro, this sounds like an assignment for the TikTok house.
This sounds like something Hype House would actually have the
Shat house.
resources. Shat House, the shit house.
Just a bunch of fucking doughy, pale white dudes hand
Just
digging a
dudes,
pool
like-
in central Pennsylvania.
Such a
Covered in mud.
I got real sunburn. Time to go inside and drink a bunch of milk.
Matt and Billy won't stop sucking each other.
Look at the camera. It's just Mexican dudes actually doing it. You're like, yo, whoa, 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 come on.
I think it ended up being like a production, though. I think it's not.
Yeah,
like-
It can't be, right?
yeah, it's not. It's not like
There's no way
hobbyist
they're digging, dude. They're
apocalyptos in
not
the
digging
woods.
fucking pools by hand, man. They're
You'll
doing,
see.
They're doing a
No.
couple of things and editing that in there.
You'll
That would
see.
that's like building the fucking pyramids.
Who did that?
Aliens.
Apocalyptos?
Obviously the aliens.
Definitely Apocalyptos.
Like, do you want
dude.
people to
if
die?
all you're wearing is a cloth, you can do wild shit. If you're only wearing a cloth diaper,
True.
you can create
Seven
everything.
dudes pulling a rope can move anything in the world.
True that.
There's not
Only if they're in cloth diapers and sandals.
I guess if you want the feeling of like somebody dying while on like a project of yours, it's like that's a good business.
Yeah,
Like
all right.
the stadiums and guitar, be like, I mean, anyone can have anything built, but you want people to die while building it. It's like that'd be pretty cool.
You do want
The
some
stadiums
souls
of
in
guitar,
your
they
truck.
like won the World Cup, and they were like, "All right, well, we'll build 12 stadiums this year." And everyone was like, "You sure? How are you guys gonna do that?" I'd be like, "We're
cool.
Got a lot of money, dude."
We got it. We're good.
They just immediately got slaves.
nice Qatar parents.
Yeah, true.
They stuck a bunch of money
Fuck,
in the
I
soccer
fucked this up.
stadiums.
There was something I wanted to get to with nice white parents, but you should listen to it.
So yeah, it's them. Dude, I'm telling you, that's who it's for. It's for people who are too scared to drive through black neighborhoods without having like a borderline panic attack. They're like, you gotta listen to this thing. It's about how white people are really bad at public schools by like trying to make them, cool and stuff. And dude, it's
Yeah, it's very interesting.
I can't wait until you find out how they actually ruined the school. Because
no.
it sounds like they just
Yeah,
made.
Bro,
I'm gonna
this
say, yeah,
is how it
exactly.
gets.
How do they ruin
This
it?
is how it gets very weird. So that was in 2015. Right now, the lady goes back to the school. So there's like a Nazi type school kindergarten called Success. On the
they
basement.
beat the fuck.
They don't hit them, but the kids are like super disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what she's excited about is the white parents have zero power. Everybody's treated the exact same. But then she gets upset that people of color are being disciplined by white people. So that's something she's got to work on personally.
Oh, that's her.
That if she can't see that and get upset, she needs something. The
She doesn't
podcaster needs
They
to
should
work
just-
on something.
They should
mentally.
just balance it out by throughout the day just showing them clips of like Jamaican daycare workers beating the shit out of white children.
Well, dude,
But-
there's a.
No, hold on. You got
Oh, yeah,
this
yeah,
is
please.
this is where it gets crazy. So upstairs, they're obsessed with race at this school. So obsessed that they have a like squad that goes door to door to look for racism in the classrooms. So like people will walk by with clipboards and just peer into your classroom and see if they find any racism. And then all these adults that are going around classroom to classroom to look for racism in kids.
Adults are doing this?
Yes. These are the adults.
It's reverse
this is like
stop
a
and frisk.
committee of adults looking for third graders being racist to each other. And then they all go back together and report what they found. This one lady was like, there were groups of 3, and the black boy got the answer first, and the white girl looked to the white boy first to see if she should go with the black student's answer. Now, this could be that she trusts the white student, or that the black student could be wrong sometimes, or does she not see him as a human being at all?
I mean,
And it's just like, whoa, what are you doing, lady?
imagine projecting that shit on a third
What
grader.
are you doing? Why would you say something like that?
This lady who's
Yeah.
probably has her own little weird things going on is like,
Guaranteed hyphenated last name.
oh, the lady?
Yeah, my name is Smith Steinberg. Janelle Smith Steinberg, the third, fourth, Polly. It's pretty fun to do, actually. I was driving, listening to it, and just reading road signs like NPR last
Yeah.
names. Be like, I'm Merge Right, Janelle Merge Right, caution, Berg Smith. Pretty funny.
What you really need is you need to nail the sound effect of them opening their mouths every single time. Like every word is like.
It is like ASMR for just white guilt.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
That's fucked up, man, to walk around third graders
That
and
was
being
what
like,
fucked me up. That's
why
what
did you
bugged me
cheat
out.
off the black kid?
Yeah.
You don't think he's a person? You're just sitting there, you're like,
No, he's wrong.
Imagine
He's
your-
wrong all the time.
imagine your brain also at third grade. You're just, in third grade, I was mostly just my mouth open, like
Yeah.
it was like a full fucking like Blair Witch Project POV of just me like,
Just snot.
Yeah.
I always had snot, dude. My sleeves were covered in snot.
dude, dude, if I had to think about myself at third grade, I would just sit there every now and again, look at my cousin and be like, give him the finger, and then like throw something and be like,
This one?
and then eventually I would just keep like reacting impulsively till my dad would hit me. At some point, I would get caught, and my dad would be like, "Can't do that." I'm like,
Yeah.
Back at school, like, like, there's no way. If someone was like, "You're being racist," I'd be like,
What is that, dude?
well, first of all, I did have
I haven't even got to coming.
I did have swastikas. I had
Cumming's not
swastikas
yet.
on my ruler. I drew them on there.
In third grade?
No, this was like fifth, sixth.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I had it. You know,
Grad
those
school.
Yeah,
It's a Bryn Mawr. I had a ruler.
I didn't know what they were. I knew like people were like, "Yo, they're really bad to draw those." I was like, "Yeah, give me those." And I
Yeah,
was like,
all right.
fucking
Man.
10 more.
drew them on every- and I used to beat kids. I used to just
With
I had
a
a
non-
ruler
with a
now.
swastika ruler?
I talked about this before. Yeah,
I don't know if you did. I
it
feel like I
wasn't-
would have remembered that.
It wasn't the like a.
So you were
one.
like a teacher at Success.
It was a geometry ruler too,
Yeah.
so it was 3-sided. So it was like a club. It's one of those ones you could do, and it was just like it said like bitch, pussy, and then it would have like swastikas, and I would just turn around when the teacher turned around and just beat the fuck out of the
Dude.
kid next to me.
That'd be nice if you could get one embedded on a kid.
Random on your ruler.
It was all permanent. That'd be funny too if that happened now, and a teacher was like, "Holy fuck! It's a swastika
Wow.
ruler."
I have Nazis. Thank God my second graders are Nazis. I'm going to be viral for correcting this. Yeah, speaking of Nazis, I watched Greyhound last night on Apple TV.
What's
Another absolute crap movie.
What is it?
It's about Tom Hanks he's escorting a cargo fleet in the North Atlantic. Of course, World War II.
Yeah,
Why does Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg just own World War II?
they do. What else they do?
They did Band of Brothers, Pacific,
Okay.
Saving Private Ryan,
Captain Phillips.
Captain Phillips. Tom Hanks on a boat in adversity is pretty good. I'll give him that. But there's the same music for World War II that they basically, now when you think of World War II, you think of this music. It's like horns, like slow, like
I was just playing
glorious,
something like that in my head,
uplifting
yeah.
horns, and then like a God-fearing, reluctant hero that doesn't really want to be there. That's a great man. Like they went out of their way for him to be like boys with the black chef. It's a white captain on a submarine hunting vessel in the North Atlantic, and the black chef would come up and they'd pray together. And it's like, dude, get out. Like now he's not even allowed to be racist, this guy. This World War II murderous captain. They have to show him, be like, look how great he was.
Well,
it's weird, dude. I don't know.
I know, you
Hanks
reach that point in a lot of movies where you get to the point where the main character like encounters like a woman or a person of color, and they're like, by the way, my character feels better about you than everyone else in the time.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
And that's the point of the movie.
And then
so.
Well, Tom Hanks has like been canonized into that. He just portrays like elite liberal values, and he gets cred for that in real life, which is weird. It's like how like Jean-Claude Van Damme is like a badass, or like even Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro is the number
classic
one.
example.
Yeah,
dude, him and Al Pacino were doing like Broadway musicals. Yeah, they're like, no, that guy's like a mob boss. It's like, no, he's not. He's a fucking actor. He's a pussy.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, that guy's tough. You don't want a problem with him.
Total pussy.
It's like you would wail on that dude.
Dude, Al Pacino was doing one of those like GQ like epic interviews where like sit like all in white in a weird thing, and Al Pacino was like, yeah, remember that, Rob? We used to do those little musicals, and he's like, and he like you could tell he was trying to change the subject.
I remember those.
He's like, yeah, I might have popped a couple of those few things.
A couple of them there went down there, had a few pops. Just doing Tommy.
But yeah, that's weird how actors get like movie credit. Like that carries them, that follows them in real life.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, cut, and then like Tom Hanks now is like a liberal hero.
Tom Hanks hunting, although it was making me laugh imagining underwater Nazis for some reason. They were all in submarines. Just imagining a bunch of Nazis in submarines being like, hi ho, hi-ho, like, are there any Jews down here? There better not be. And then they would, the one captain of the one would get on their radio, on the Americans' radio, and just be like, you thought you could escape us? We are the Grey Wolf. We will hunt you. Ow! And then he'd be like, turn that off, god damn it. I'd be like, I ended up, like your joke, with cheering for the Nazis in this movie.
Oh, my God.
I was like, dude, the Grey Wolf rules. He's talking shit.
Yeah.
He's blowing up ships and then talking shit. He's getting on their radio and be like, you thought you had us? We will kill you now. It's great.
Tom Hanks like, stop talking shit on my black chef.
Don't you dare. Oh, they killed
I didn't know he was black.
They killed the black chef.
Oh, yeah.
The Nazis they cleansed the ship.
They sent a black...
They were like firing bullets, and one of them just hit the black chef. They killed 3 guys on the entire ship, and one of them was Cleveland. Cleveland got shot.
So at the end, Tom Hanks is holding his like dying body. He's like, I was always the nicest to you, right?
Wasn't it really cool how woke I was in 1946?
Remember that time like everyone was saying fucked up stuff? I was like, guys, knock it off. It's not even funny. I wasn't laughing at all.
I honor your experience. No, they dropped the black body like a depth charge.
Really?
At the Nazi sub, and they're like, ew.
Into an iceberg.
The movie ends by the Nazis being like, oh, this water is disgusting now. You ruined it, Tom Hanks.
The guy who's trying to die, and he's like, no, seriously, smacking his face. I'll never know your experience. No, come on, I need you to stay with me.
Stay with me, damn it.
I'm trying to win this Oscar.
Yeah, the whole, like, that interaction, it's kind of a short movie. There's no real plot. It's just the battle. But they infuse this in. They also infused him and his wife. Like, the first, like, minute of the movie is him leaving. Mm-hmm. So it's him being in love. Him being like, I love you so much. You're the most important thing to me. And then it's just a battle for an hour and a half. And they just, the wife's out. The wife's pointless.
Yeah.
It just shows you how he loves such a good man. He's
kind of heteronormative for my taste. He should have, like, fucked a dude and been like, I'm out of here.
And then Cleveland comes up and keeps trying to make him eat. He's like, you gotta eat, Captain. You gotta eat. And for some reason, he just never eats.
Well, he hates Nazis.
But one of the bullets does come through and blow up his bacon, egg, and cheese.
What happens?
He keeps trying to make him breakfast sandwiches. And at one point, a Nazi bullet comes in and hits his breakfast sandwich. It made me laugh so hard, just a Nazi like, like shooting it. Just Nazis, underwater Nazis.
In the scope, they're like, what is it? It's like some sort of pork with cheese and egg on a delicious roll.
Cleveland is delivering it. We will get him, boys. Don't worry. They weren't even after the cargo ships. They were just trying to get Cleveland.
Write that down.
They literally killed 3 dudes on the entire ship. One of them was Cleveland. I wonder if they were like, mission accomplished. We did it, boys. Time to head home. The Fuhrer will be so proud.
Were they down there looking for Jews down there?
They were down at the bottom. They were under the sea.
Oh, yeah, you said that. They were like,
looking for Sebastian.
Not here.
They were looking for Sebastian the crabs, the Jew crabs. Like, is there any here?
They're down there looking for Jewlantis, dude. You know it's down here.
It's too wet. It's wet down here. I can't do a Jew. Can't do a Jewish accent.
You're good at German. Yeah.
Hold on. God, it's so wet down here. I can't do it.
That's how you're saying. That's how Atlantis ended.
Atlantis is like, it's too wet. It's humid all the time.
Too many mermaids in this neighborhood.
Now, once the mermaids moved in, now we collect their rent, but we don't like living with them.
That was my dude. One of my mom's uncles was like a Navy dude, and his big story he would tell you, he's like, "Yeah, I met a mermaid." He always talked like, "Hey, what's up, Kevin? I met a mermaid out at sea. She was human from the waist down." Such a sick fucking
I get it
from the waist down.
Yeah, I get it. If you're like a dude who was like, because I knew a guy that was like a military guy that he was a military guy in like the 90s, so he like served in South Korea.
Yeah.
He basically did like a vacation.
Yeah, he bullshitted.
He did that. They like went to Germany and South Korea, and they were like, time in the army. But then it like that's your identity for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
It's like the 8 years you basically studied abroad.
Yeah, for sure. He had an anchor, and he would just
I hate
come.
to shit on those dudes.
No,
I support the troops.
He rules for sure.
I got cut
Also-
off by some people over this.
Really?
Yeah, there was like a Veterans Day or something like that, or it wasn't Memorial Day. It was Veterans Day, and I was like, shout out to all my boys, because I know a bunch of dudes who enlisted and then went to Hawaii for like 4 years.
Bullshitted around.
I was like, shout out to my boys posted up in Hawaii.
Yeah.
yeah, who did like
Which was fun in
P90X.
games until the Japanese.
True.
In the 40s, they thought that was fun in games, dude.
It's been pretty sweet ever since.
True. That's because the Japanese got what for that, dude. Nobody ruins party time in Hawaii.
So it's also funny to think about that guy and then that movie where Tom Hanks is on that guy's boat and being like, "Hey, come on, be nice to the chef, guys." Okay, come on. He's like, "I met a bitch and I fucked her once. And she was a mermaid because she had a pussy."
And that's now.
Yeah.
Imagine 1940s dude on a boat.
Yeah, this guy would have been like 1960s on a boat. He was on a boat in the 60s.
1940s on a boat. You would have been
Fucking dudes.
Nobody came,
bro.
first of all, the whole time. So they're like, "I'm not jerking off. It's
Bull.
gay."
I was thinking
Bullshit.
about that too.
Bullshit.
I was thinking about that. Of course they jerked
Dude,
off.
less people
But-
jerked off, I think, than
Yeah.
before.
Not as open as with their sexuality.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely hidden way more. And there's probably guys who were like, "I'm not fucking jerking off."
I'm not jerking off.
There's guys back then that
Yeah.
thought that was like, you were going to hell for that.
I rarely jerk off if I'm on bunk beds. To this day.
Oh, for sure. I've
sleep
cut
on
it.
bunk
I've cut
beds
it
a
out of
lot.
my life entirely. Jerking off on bunk beds.
You got some bunk beds in you, don't you? Lemaire sleeps on bunk beds.
I had a dude who used to. He had. Do you know?
Cleveland,
Like,
Cleveland was jerking though.
That's probably why I wanted him to eat that food so bad. He was probably coming all over his sandwiches. This racist motherfucker just jizzed in his thing all day. That'd be funny if that's how it
movie
ended.
fucking rules, dude.
Movie sucks. You're gonna be mad when you see it. And then at one point he has like blisters from walking around. He's got like a bloody foot, and they're like, "Wow, this guy's really working hard."
He's blisters.
Tom
from
Hanks
shit.
has a blister.
What do you
yeah.
have? Like trench foot on the submarine?
He just has
Tom
a
Hanks
bloody
has
sock. Yeah,
bloody sock?
from
High-tension
standing and
walking
walking.
scene?
Yeah. It's almost entirely filmed in a like the what's that called? The bridge.
Yeah.
Are you
Almost
talking
filmed
submarine
entirely.
architecture? Yeah.
No, not to the sub. They never show you inside the sub,
What?
unfortunately, because that would have been sick.
That would piss me off.
Underwater Nazis, dude.
What's yeah? I was gonna say they didn't show him in the sub.
No.
What was it like? Was it like Bionic Commando, where it was just like their face and it's like, ah ha 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 ha? I got you. What the fuck?
It's a Star Trek episode. You never
Yeah,
see the alien ship. They just come up on like the hologram.
They would come up and be like, "We know there's one in there. We will get him."
So it's like Jaws. They
Over
just-
and out.
Oh, that's so fucking funny.
Tom Hanks is constantly like, just so everyone knows, Cleveland is as good as the rest of us, probably better. I got you,
Chances
dude.
are better. I know it's 1940, but you know me.
Cleveland, this tastes so good. Do you put like extra spices or something on it? It's the best.
What do you want over there? I see it. You don't like it when the White Devils are getting after it. You hate to see White Devils having fun.
Actually, the submarine's back in Detroit. Shut up, Lemaire.
Yeah. You
Lemaire, what do
hate
you
White
got?
Devils.
Fuck you up in UFC.
Hey guys, let's give him a chance. I'm definitely captain. Lemaire, what do you have?
I didn't have anything.
How do you feel when
You're
you
just
see Tom
coughing.
Hanks treat first off, he's a black cook and he
Yeah.
dies.
Yeah.
So it is clearly he gets nothing out of this.
Yeah.
It's just white people gaining
device.
Tom Hanks being like, "That was my brother who died.
That was
now
my
I gotta kill these Nazis because I'm white."
that was my brother.
How do those guys say it down there?
Brother
in the kitchen?
Brother.
What do they say in the kitchen? Brother.
I don't know how I'm supposed to eulogize this guy. What I'm allowed to say? I feel like he was my brother, but I can't take that.
It's going to be a long time till I get a good handshake again.
That was cool what those guys were doing down there. You'd stick your hand out and they'd hit it.
2 times if you're lucky.
Anyway, let's throw this motherfucker overboard. He's dead. Motherfucker, they taught me that actually. That was something they talked about.
Some guy's like, who said I fucked my mother? It's like, it's not like that.
It's not like that. It's what the cooks say.
I didn't fuck my mom.
He said,
Gary, someone's restraining Gary. Gary, calm down. I didn't fuck my mom.
I didn't fuck my mom ever.
I didn't come on the submarine to talk about fucking my mother.
This is what the Nazis want, Gary. They want you to fuck
I
your mom.
haven't jerked off in 76 days.
He's in his quarters at night just going, shit.
The Nazis knew their whites were getting too powerful on the ship. They had to get Cleveland. They're like, if they learn all the curse words, we will be sunk.
Did you ever see the movie Life?
Yes.
Eddie Murphy.
Incredible.
We're at the end where he's like discussing his club, and the end Tom Hanks like, and then we'll have a radio show. It's gonna be on XPN. I'm gonna be telling people about a black school. And everyone's like, oh my god, that's so cool. White people are the worst. Tell us about it again, Tom. He's like, yeah, they're all gonna think we're not racist. It's gonna be awesome.
So cool. It's gonna be the 40s, and I'm still, chill as fuck by even today's standards, where I take extra special care of my black employee, borderline racistly. Yeah. Racistly. That's a word, sucker.
Did you ever see the Vietnam War movie with Christian Bale? I forget what it was called, but it was a Werner Herzog movie. But Christian Bale's a POW in Vietnam.
Yes.
And it's like a true story.
Yes.
Oh, fucking Red Dawn?
Yes. No. Red Dawn was the cool movie.
Okay.
Red Dawn
Where
was...
eats rice?
Yes.
Anyway.
A little bit.
Rescue Dawn.
Was that it?
So close. Yeah. So it was like a true story, and the movie fucking stinks. I hated it. I watched it on like a Saturday morning, and I hated it the whole time. But one of the other prisoners says like the whole thing's about like them escaping the fucking Vietnamese.
Yeah,
we can't. One of the other dudes is like, no man, we can't do it. No, like he's a nego.
Yeah, just for no reason.
POW.
That's why they eat the
time.
snake at the end.
They're eating gross shit the entire time. Like they're capturing maggots and shit like that.
The movie fucking ruled.
Well,
Yeah,
I hate it. At the end of the movie, the coward dude I think steals like the one gun they have or something and like breaks off and goes on and he dooms the whole fucking thing. And it turns out that was a real guy in real life, and it was like the opposite of what actually happened. He was like a heroic dude, laid himself down, and Herzog was like, my bad, and like used his real name in the movie and everything. Imagine you're a permanent coward.
POW and then
how did they slam him?
I think he was mean to a black guy at one point.
Was he?
I don't know.
In the movie? There's one other black POV, and like, we're not. Look, we're not getting shacked up with him. I know we're prisoners of war, but you have to.
We're not fucking animals.
Just imagine, those prisoners in there, like, man, these POCs really got us fucking trapped in here, huh? Can't believe all these POCs are treating us so poorly.
They're all in there like, this was our fault, right? Yeah, clearly we did this.
That guard's about to take a smoke break. The black chef might fall asleep soon, and then we can get out of here.
I don't know. It'd be kind of fucked up if we broke out. Wouldn't that be us asserting like our dominance and authority or something?
Yeah,
like,
can't we let them have something? They can have us.
You know what? I'm going to cut my own head off.
Hell yeah.
Just them just all jerking off in there and be like, oh my God, I'm fucking oppressed. Oh, I'm fucking oppressed. Oh,
damn, true. I didn't even think about how oppressed those dudes were in there.
They would fucking love it, dude.
We're talking about POWs in Vietnam.
Well, if
you don't know about the POW experience,
if they remade that movie now, it'd be guys in there being like, damn, it must be really hard to be down. It's really fucked up what we're doing to you guys. Like, shut up. Like, oh God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Christian Bale has to keep correcting himself. He's like, well, as a POW.
POW. Which, you're a prisoner of society. So.
He's like, come on, man, give us more rice. And the guy's like, are you comparing your experience with mine? He's like, no, Jesus Christ. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can't appropriate rice.
True. They took it. They appropriated like
the POWs
8 grains.
were appropriating the fuck out of that.
That was fucked up, actually. No, I think they studied and appreciated the culture.
They definitely.
If you appreciate and study the culture, you're allowed to appropriate, but you have to do it respectfully and ask permission. Be like, I just fucking like love rap. Can I have my own rap show?
Where are we at, Lemaire?
Hour 15.
Woo! Hour 20. We got to keep pushing a little more, and we just split it in half.
Yeah, man.
Put the rest on the page.
Take a break. Let's take a break.
Flyers are on right now. No break.
Okay.
We got to keep full steam ahead, dude.
Hell yeah. Let's keep ripping, dude.
Keep going.
I mean, I think, we definitely.
All right, fuck it. Let's take a break. We're going to the Patreon.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Let's go to Patreon. We can split it up. That's great.